When cameras were first introduced to the world, they were known as mirrors with a memory. Think about that. Cameras, before they were commonplace, were described in this rather poetic way. The mirror component honored the reflective quality. And yet the real innovation came in this idea of memory. All of a sudden, this reflection that you might have shared just with yourself could be stored, preserved, and shared to a wider audience. Your feeling and sentiment in that moment could extend past that exact time. When images began to move, they were called motion picture. Again, people could conceptualize what we today already know as films and movies. At this moment, we have the most powerful technology that is changing the way that we tell stories. And that is generative AI. Now, there's one thing that hasn't changed. We learned that cameras started as mirrors with a memory, and that motion pictures became films. Generative AI, too, has a destination. And we've figured it out and would like to share it with you and take you on a journey to creating this new world. Because only when you combine your personal intelligence with generative artificial intelligence, we can create stories in this brand new world that we call generative authentic intelligence. Again, generative AI wants to create something new just about every single time. And this is where I want you to remember, again, this tool is only as powerful as your experiences. Started to capture and feel right for what we wanted to make. Our experience in owning our story in Guatemala. So from Mid-Journey, as we showed you, we took it to Runway. And from Runway, we started to see how Runway would animate these photos, images that we created. And so we had fun prompting the camera work, prompting all the new ideas that we had, again, to see what generative AI would come up with, but make sure that we, the creator, maintained control of this process. We won't show you today, but we went to a generative AI tool called Suno, because we wanted it to have an auditory feeling. And we know that this country loves marimba, and I do too. So we created a music that took marimba and made it a little bit more contemporary. And putting all this together, my human experience and personal touch with generative AI, we created our love letter to Guatemala.